Next principle is law of dynamization or potentization. A disturbance or deviation in the normal harmonious flow of dynamic life forces is termed as disease. So, when we use some drug to counteract this disease, the drug should have a dynamic action to act on the dynamic disturbance of the life force. For this purpose, drugs are dynamized or potentized by the several process. So drugs are prepared in such a way that they retain maximum medicinal power without producing any toxic action on body. It was experimentally found by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann that when diluted, drugs are powerfully succussed, a specific process in homeopathy. They develop strong and long medicinal power. So basically, potentization is the method of dilution of the original drug extract. So this technique actually implemented for particular drug producing to achieve the toxicity of the drug used in the crude dosage have progressively reduced. So it can reduce the toxicity of the drug and also increase the hidden dynamic medicinal properties of the drug. So what is the method of potentization? Basically, there are three essential processes involved in the preparation of the medicine or formulation. One is serial dilution, succussion, and trituration. And simultaneous application of these three processes can make your medicine fit for treatment of disease. Dilution is the means by which we can reduce the toxicity of the original crude drug. Serial dilution means that each dilution is prepared from the dilution that immediately preceded it. And the succussion and triturations are the method by which mechanical energy is introduced to the operation in order to develop or imprint the pharmacological message of original drug upon the molecules of diluent. So by implementation of energy, we can create an imprint of this molecule in diluent or the vehicle that are used to deliver this drug. Basically, the term succussion is applicable for the soluble drug, whereas trituration is applicable for the insoluble substances. For potentization purpose, Hahnemann and later some other scientists like Constantine Hering and other homeopaths, they introduced several scales of potencies. The common scales are centisimal and decimal scale, and another scale is also millesimal. An initial extraction to be used in homeopathy is prepared by using freshly gathered materials or plant materials or crude drug. Usually the process involves washing the plant to remove dust, macerating in mincer, soaking in pure alcohol, generally alcohol is used, for several days before finally filtering and collecting the resulting solution. Now, when the plant material is soaked in alcohol, after a few days, it is converted into a solution of the active ingredient, expected active ingredient, and that thing is known as mother tincture. 1 drop of this mother tincture is then diluted with 99 drops or 99 part of the inert solvent or vehicle such as water, alcohol or lactose. Then it commences in 1 in 100 dilution series, and that is known as, the result is known as fast centisimal potency. So centisimal is actually 1 in 100 part of the original centisimal scale. After getting this centisimal scale, and during this process, actually we have to go for the succussion. The solution, after getting this solution, 1C solution, that the solution is then vigorously shaken and tapped on a resilient surface. This process, which considered to be an essential part of the preparation of homeopathic drug, is known as succussion. Hahnemann claimed this, basically why succussion is introduced. Hahnemann claimed this, rubbing and shaking develop the action of the drug and release the power to heal. So even a totally inert substance is just like water or lactose or alcohol without medicinal activity, that can copy the vital force during this recurrent rubbing and shaking, the vital force from this drug. Thus 1 drop of first centisimal potency is then added to further 99 drops of solvent, succussed, and produce the second centisimal or 2x potency, or sometimes 2x potency. Or sorry, 2C potency, second centisimal potency. So basically the process may be repeated up to potency of 10 m, which is equivalent to the 10,000th of centisimal potency. Now this second so another scale like centisimal is decimal. Decimal scale is a dilution series in 1 in 10 are made with using 1 part of the mother tincture instead of 99 part is mixed with the 9 part of the diluents, and the succussion process and the trituration process are similar, and it will generate instead of 1C 1x or 1 in 10. So that is represented by 1x or 1d. So that means the 1x is equivalent to the 2c. So this is a more less dilution happen in this decimal scale, and centisimal means 1 in 1000. So these dilutions may be extended up to 12C. 12C, on dilution of 12C exceeds the Avogadro's number. Therefore, that is not a single molecule or mole of original material is present. But yet cures are claimed for dilution as high as 1 part in 10 to the power 2000. The 1 molecule limit being passed at 10 to the power 24. The extreme dilution require proper care because the potency may be destroyed. So, during this dilution, the homeopath and the homeopathic pharmacist, they should take utmost care to avoid contamination of the potency. They should not store the near pungent material like perfume, soaps, toothpaste. When taking the medicine, even wearing a perfume or an aftershave lotion may be sufficient for contamination. The strong odor will negate the potency. So this is the basic funda of potentization of this medicine. More dilution, less toxicity, high vital force, and more therapeutic efficacy for medicine. Next come to the vital force, the final principle of the system of medicine. Vital force, the theory vital force in homeopathy is a unique philosophy which accepts the existence of a spirit-like energy that drives in the living organism both in health and disease. This concept has nothing to do with the religious belief, but postulates that life is not mere a collection of organ, tissues and cells, DNA, RNA. Homeopath believes that there is an existence of essential force in every living organism which maintains the harmony of the function and also differentiates the living from dead. The vital force determines the state of health in living person. Hahnemann saw disease not in terms of an attack of a particular organ, but rather than the generation of an imbalance in the vitality of the body. Thus, the medicine must encourage this vital force within the body rather than act on body itself. And that is why that thing is quite similar with the holistic concept of Ayurvedic system of medicine and other system of medicine.